You are now listening to the Pour Horsemen podcast.
But pouring up is a lifestyle.
Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at The Pour Horsemen.
Also subscribe to Apple and our Spotify podcast,
The Pour Horsemen.
Let's get it.
Crack in the kitchen, Lil Raw's on the mission. Break the bars out, screens in my expedition. Screens in my lack, yup, my trunk crack. Break the bars off, it's like this and like that.
we'll leave the lights on for you.
What is this, 143?
Yep. What up, Sook?
Okay. So when clock starts, we start.
Yeah.
Okay. Episode 143 of the Pour Horsemen podcast. Oh, and congratulations, fellas, for us ranking
That was
in the top 200 in our dominant genre. So congratulations. We coming for, these spots. So we just need to continue doing what we're doing.
We don't even really just spend that much time on sports like that anymore. We used to.
But we a sports podcast, though. I mean, we are.
We used to go like 30 minutes full of sports.
You think we're a sports podcast?
I think we are.
Like when Phil first started with us, we was going ham on sports, like deep into sports.
What?
And then now,
Go keep going.
what'd you say?
We was going ham. We was deep into it. What else?
I mean, what y'all don't think we're a sports? What do y'all think we are then? I think we're sports.
Goofy motherfuckers. But I
don't have
Because you gotta pick a place.
Oh, you gotta pick a place.
Clearly, we've charted in that.
Yep.
So you have to pick a place.
No doubt.
Like
no doubt.
I would say that a lot of the Barstool pods, they are not necessarily sports, but they
okay.
in the sports genre.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's kind of how it goes. Like
Yeah.
you got to pick a genre.
Right.
So
I think it people get tuned in because of sports because we get so passionate on sports.
which today we will finally have our NBA special with just us four. So and we got some special content that we'll release also this week. But I want to get into some quick hits, right into it. Tebow is back in the NFL.
That's
React.
insane. Why couldn't Colin Kaepernick get a chance? Why? That's all I could think about.
Well, I'm looking at the scope of it all.
And why is this dude so quiet right now?
Because
I'm wondering what the fuck's going on next.
Oh, they shooting a music video.
Yeah, I heard
They
them
shooting a
over
music video.
there.
Yeah.
Some booty shaking over there.
They got some females over there too, though.
Yeah, I
They
heard.
do.
And then I was letting other people talk.
No, but you was just staring off into the abyss also. Like, you
I was watching a movie.
You don't work, man. Go ahead. All right, Tim Tebow back at it.
Urban Meyer's the coach.
Yes.
Okay.
He's from Florida.
He played for Urban Meyer.
He played for Urban Meyer. He's from Florida, right?
Yes.
He played at Florida.
He
with
played
Urban
at
Meyer.
He's
Florida.
from Pennsylvania.
He's not?
He's from Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay. I didn't know where he was from.
No,
But-
Tim Tebow went to high school in Florida.
Really?
Tim Tebow's from Pennsylvania.
Look where
Where
he
did
went
he go to high school?
Look it up. Look it up.
So, yeah. Florida, native, whatever you want to call it. Urban Meyer. I think they just want to sell tickets, however they want to do it.
But he's a 34-year-old
yeah. So,
who hadn't been in the NFL for how long now?
nepotism.
6 years, I believe.
6-7 years?
Yeah.
And he playing a position that he's never played before in his life?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Man, that's crazy.
It's
man.
crazy.
Like, something is wrong with that to me.
It is very wrong.
that is
But and there's no hate to Tim Tebow. Like
No, it's all hate.
I don't hate him.
Wait, you
I
gonna pull
don't hate him as a person, but
Yeah.
he's not good. And then for him to be able to just come out of nowhere and say, hey, I'm going to play tight end. Give me a chance.
And he got a chance.
You know what I'm saying?
Guaranteed contract at that.
No, it's not guaranteed.
Yes, it is. 1 year guaranteed.
It's not guaranteed.
Look it up.
It's not a guarantee.
Look, where did he go to high
contract.
school first, though?
He went to high school in Florida.
Okay, now
but he's
look up
not
the
from
contract.
Florida. He's not.
Now look at the contract.
I can tell you that. You don't get a full contract before you even make the team in training
Just look
camp.
up the contract. I don't know.
He was
I
signed.
know that for sure.
He
You
was
don't.
signed for a 1 year tender with the Jaguars. So he is guaranteed his 1 year money. It's not one of those 10-day things like in the NFL. He will get paid for the year. He only getting paid like $700,000 though. So it's not a lot. It's not like he getting quarterback money, but he will get paid for the year. When you got guys who, and he's a roster spot.
Yeah,
That's
if
what
you
makes
a
it
roster-
worse.
if you even
He's a
roster
part of the
He
Well,
big
you
three.
hasn't
gonna
made a roster yet.
I'm operating under the assumption what I read that he is on the team.
He has not made the. There's people inside the Jaguars in the whole system that are pissed off that he's even doing.
I believe that too. I
They're
know
mad.
that. I would be mad
And it's
too.
like coaches and shit.
Oh, I hadn't seen that.
Like they're mad.
But they can't be mad because Urban, that's it. He can do what he wants to.
He can, but they like, why are you doing? First off, he was shaky with the whole strength guy. That didn't he had like a rape or it was racist some shit.
I don't remember that.
The strength guy he hired, and I think they ended up firing him because his shit came back up. That came up, and then like some other movements, and then they drafted the running back when the dude from the Jaguars
I saw
was
that.
already good.
I saw that. Yeah.
And then you bring in Tebow. So it's like people like, what the fuck are you doing?
He doing what he want to.
He doing what he wants
I
to,
don't
but
like-
still, it's like, how many options can this guy get? Nigga went from playing quarterback where he shouldn't have. There's a clip where he threw the ball and that motherfucker was wobbling.
It was a duck.
It was terrible.
Yeah.
Like that pass alone, you shouldn't have been in the league. And then he wins the miraculous playoff game. That saved him about a year and a half or two. Went to the Jets, was absolutely terrible. And then he's out the league. He's been out the league for 7 whole years.
That's what's
then
crazy.
he went to commentating.
No, he went to baseball first.
He went to commentating first. Then he went to baseball.
So that's
this
terrible.
is the definition of white privilege.
And
the motherfucker
terrible.
can go from a failed career,
Yeah, Jordan.
a failed career to go to commentating, get out of a suit and say, hey, I'm going to go play baseball.
And get picked up.
Get picked up. Get paid for it. Take someone's spot that's been probably AA, AAA, all that shit. Went through the whole thing and took their spot. And then wasn't even good, was just getting paid by his name. And then get cut from that. And then, be out of nowhere. Go back to commentating. He was able to go back to commentating.
He was doing college football for SEC.
collegiately.
Yep.
Yes,
Yep.
collegiately.
Yep.
And then say, hey, my coach got a job. I'm going to come in and play tight end. And
That's what
supposedly his workout was wowing, which is bullshit because all he did was run through drills and catch the ball.
With all that
Nigga.
being said, I don't like the little narratives he had, especially the one on college football, and he was like, college players shouldn't get paid. Remember he was talking about that whole
remember
thing?
that.
I
I remember
hated
that.
that. So he, like, just the entitlement he had, like what you said, just the entitlement to, oh, my coach is there, I can go play baseball, they'll pick me up in Tim Tebow. Like that type of shit, I don't
But
like.
it worked.
Is he a winner?
He was at Florida.
He was at Florida. He was a winner.
He wasn't in the NFL though.
When-
In the NFL though, he
Yeah,
never.
that good
Didn't he
season.
pick up? Didn't he pick up that? Didn't he pick up middle of the season and led them to
They
a
had-
playoffs?
They had a 1-4 record.
He led them to the playoffs, and he won a playoff game, whether it was miraculously or not.
It was God.
Hey,
First off, the
Jesus
guy
on
that-
the side.
what's the guy-
his celebration when he scored?
Jeremy Lin.
Oh, the parade heads.
Yeah.
Get on
No,
his knees.
he get on his knee. And then
Yeah.
Colin Kaepernick got, he took that from Colin Kaepernick.
Was Jeremy Lin's run God?
No, Jeremy.
Jeremy
Lin-
Lin
Nah, he was hooping. He could hoop.
This is what I'm
He could
saying.
ball. He could
This is
ball.
why I'm saying everything fell into its place. They play the Steelers. What's Buddy name? That's a cold ass analyst on ESPN.
Ryan. No, not
Ryan Clark.
Yeah, Ryan Clark.
Ryan
Yeah.
Clark can't play in Denver.
Agreed,
Ever.
because
his
of
whole career
sickle cell.
because he got sickle cell.
Yeah.
So he didn't even play that game. And ironically, they lose because the position where he was supposed to be at, he couldn't be there. And he run the route and get the touchdown.
Yep. Yep.
Nigga,
yep.
that's God.
Yep.
That duck ass nigga. He I think he threw for like
90 yards.
190
And then
yards, something
they
like
was in
that.
OT that game, right?
Yeah,
They won overtime.
Yeah,
They
but
won
you
overtime.
can't blame that on one play. I understand what you're saying, but who knows? That's what I'm saying. Like,
I
who
ain't
knows
giving
on
that
that
nigga
play?
credit for shit.
Who knows? But yeah, man, I just that entitlement.
Definitely
it just
privilege,
reeks
yeah.
of privilege and
Definitely privilege,
entitlement of how he's been moving.
I just don't understand why he deserves the chance now. 34.
At 34 years
Bro,
old.
that's old.
That's old as shit in the NFL.
Yeah,
There's
that's
there's
old.
an age limit. Receivers can kind of get by if they can still keep up their speed. If they got the pedigree and the resume, they can go to later years.
But not with 7 years off.
And not with 7 years off
Yeah.
at all.
Not with 7
And
years
then you go from quarterback to playing tight end. Do you know how hard it is to play tight? Tight end is a functional running lineman.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you know how hard it is to play tight end. You got to get down. You got to be able to get up on the hitch, block a 300-pound man, release him, go catch the ball, and then dodge cornerbacks and safeties coming at your knees.
Yeah.
And he's coming from a quarterback position.
That's why Gronk retired. Because he was like, I was tired of getting beat up. He had to take those few years off to come back because he was getting them.
Me and KC was in the gym watching like analyst talk on ESPN or whatever. We was watching Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp was like, man, you know how if I show you my DMs right now, it's full of guys just reaching out to me, seeing if they can get a spot. If I know anybody, to get them a tryout, to get them anything. If I know, he was like, man, I don't. He tell them all like, man, I ain't got nothing. Like, what can I do? But these are guys that's like 2 years removed from college that can actually play, was in the draft, got dropped or whatever happened. And he's like, for this guy to just be 34 years old and get a shot like that, it's wild.
And then it's crazy because I remember, what's the recent guy named from Baylor, I believe, Rico something that played for the Cowboys.
Oh, yeah.
He was a basketball player.
He could hoop too.
He could hoop.
Yep.
He was a basketball player, never played football, and they drafted him to play football, and they took slack. Like, they was hating. I don't think he in the league now.
No, I think he is. I think he's just a practice squad
Okay,
guy.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Even him getting drafted and getting picked up, everybody was like,
a young man.
Yeah, he's a young athletic nigga too. Big ass body that you can just, man, come on, dog.
I just throw HBCUs. They have the thing about HBCUs, man. Like, it's a lot of guys that can play. Mm-hmm. Some of these guys come by the gym like they be coming by, they be telling me, I'm talking to this person, that person, this team, whatever I got to work out. And they gotta really work the system to even.
It's all about who you know. Man.
Yeah,
it is.
All about who
it is. It sucks. Like,
he's fortunate enough to where his branding is a lot about Jesus. His branding is winning. Like Tim Tebow is associated with winning. Believe it or not.
No, he's not.
He was
the NFL,
but he was though.
That kind of shit don't carry over.
It does though.
What?
It does though.
I just saw a running back that ran for like
how many losing seasons did he have as a pro? How many losing seasons he had as a pro?
He was only a starter for 1.5.
He started one season.
Yeah,
okay.
Half, so.
What was his record though? Like,
well, when he went to the Jets, he was terrible.
Right.
So that's what got him out the league. But I would agree with what Phil is saying. If the society looked at Tebow, they look at him as a
playing devil's advocate.
Christian,
for sure.
Winner.
He's
that's
a
what they look at.
He's a Heisman winner. He's first round
national championship winner.
All that.
A Christian winner. That's what the society is looking at him as. So I would agree with that.
That's tough.
Listen to this. In the playoffs, he played 2 games. This nigga completion percentage was 40%.
Yes.
He was 19 of 47.
But he won one game.
Won one game. A big one.
He threw for 2 touchdowns.
He ran into Tom Brady the very next game, and they showed him.
He threw for 2 touchdowns, and he ran for 1 touchdown.
Yep, but he still won a game though.
He still won a good one.
There are quarterbacks right now that have never touched the playoffs. So we can't. I just don't think he deserved this shot.
Trent Dilfer won a
Super Bowl.
A Super Bowl.
He won a bowl.
Was Jeremy Lin's run better than Tim Tebow?
For sure.
In the NFL?
For sure.
Jeremy Lin
how do you compare?
Hold on, because I believe that NFL games are harder to win than NBA games,
That's why we had that argument about Tom Brady winning
you don't think
Super
so?
Bowls.
No,
Tom Brady
because-
winning Super Bowls. That's hard.
No, peep this, man. Like on a NBA court, the amount of impact that one player can have, if you were able to do that, I don't care if it was for a 10-game period or not. Jeremy Lin led the Knicks for about a 15-game period.
He did.
Tim Tebow ain't never did nothing like that.
But he picked up mid-season. What was their record before he joined? 1-4. He led them to like 8-6 or something.
8-8. Like 8-8.
Yeah, 8-8.
But dude, a lot of it was running. They was running the ball.
They did run the ball a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
His stats.
You looking at the Broncos season, right?
I'm looking at his stats.
Tebow ran too. He was that,
Yeah, that crazy offense.
He ran for 6
Mm-hmm.
touchdowns. He threw for 12 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. He had a complete, he was 46.5% completion. That is terrible.
It is for sure.
And their defense was cold.
They was cold.
Yeah,
that's
definitely was.
That's another thing. Like a lot of teams, they talk about.
That's why I say that NFL it's easier to win in the NFL. Because
you think so? I don't.
It's 2 sides
I
of
brought
the
up
ball.
Trent Dilfer because everybody wrote him off.
Game manager.
And Ravens defense was so cold. all they needed him to do was manage the
Yep,
game.
I agree. That's why it's
and
much
that's what
easier.
he did.
Yep.
He just managed the game and was just a bulldozer as a running back.
And the reason why I say it's easier to win in
Yeah, I
NFL
wanna know. I wanna
is because
know.
it's one game. Anything can happen in one game.
Right.
You win in series in the NBA, and the best team generally wins a
For
series.
sure.
We
for
heard
sure.
that from Junior Floyd and goddamn Little Giants. Nigga, one game.
Look, from a guy who played football, like deep into football, like that's true. Like
It's one game.
Any given
Anything,
Sunday.
yeah,
Any given Sunday.
One game, bro. Like turned ankle,
Yeah.
hurt shoulder. That like a turned ankle in an NBA game. They may lose game one of the series, but Braun may be back game
shit,
three.
you can
I'm not
lose the
talking
game
about. I'm
in
not
the-
talking about the finals or the Super Bowl. I'm talking about game by game. Is an NFL game harder than an NBA game to win?
No, because
I
it's
don't
two
know,
sides
bro.
of the ball.
That football is tough.
Man,
bro.
that's
Football
three sides.
Nigga, the defense can literally hold a team.
Yes.
There's been games where the opposing team won 3-0.
Yes.
But if the offense don't
6-0.
score with the
Huh?
But that wears on the defense when you're
does, it
stopping
does.
them,
It
stopping
does.
them, stopping them.
We had two teams in the National Football League literally win by just making sure you don't score, and that was the Chicago Bears
And Baltimore
and
Ravens.
Baltimore
For sure,
Ravens.
for
And
sure.
it's somewhat with the Tampa Bay Bucks when they won the first one.
But
with Dungy.
but
Yeah,
see
that's
how
Tampa too.
it's only 3 teams you just named.
That's what I'm saying though. But you can never say that in the NBA.
No.
You can't ever say that in the NBA.
That-
You gotta have a score. You gotta have that player, and you gotta have defense.
Except maybe the Detroit team that beat the
I'm about to
Lakers.
say Detroit. I could say
That's- the Detroit was
Detroit
the team.
Pistons.
Isaiah Thomas.
But the
No,
Detroit
Detroit
team. No, I'm talking about
Pistons.
the
They beat the
Lakers,
Lakers.
the Karl Malone and them
Yeah.
Lakers.
Well,
That
I mean, you
Detroit
still
team.
had Billups.
But they wasn't hoopers though.
Nah, they wasn't.
wait,
Nah, they was hoopers. They was
Hold the
hoopers.
fuck
But
up.
They did not have
Hold
one
up.
guy.
That's just like
Hold
saying
up.
that's just like saying the
Hold
Spurs.
the fuck
That's
up.
just like saying the Spurs was.
No,
sir.
they did not have one guy like Tim Duncan at all on that
No, they
team.
did not.
You
Nigga, they
fucking
had-
tripping. You fucking tripping if you think they had a nigga like Tim Duncan on that team.
Rasheed Wallace was that dog.
nah, he not on Tim Duncan.
Hell no.
He ain't Tim
They
Duncan.
did not have a Tim
He ain't Tim Duncan.
is the top 10
He
player
ain't
ever.
Tim Duncan, but you making Rasheed Wallace like he ain't shit.
He
Nah,
not
he ain't Tim
He not
Duncan.
Tim Duncan.
That's okay. You didn't need Tim Duncan
So what
on
I'm
that
saying,
team.
You
yes,
didn't.
yes,
You didn't.
listen,
No, you
what-
didn't. We
so
won a
that's what we're saying.
championship.
We're giving you the example.
But he's
Yeah.
We're giving you the
saying
example like in football.
Rasheed Wallace ain't Kevin
He
Garnett.
ain't Kevin Garnett.
No, he not. He not.
Kevin Garnett has said Rasheed Wallace busted
bro.
his ass. What
That's-
I'm saying
that's-
is
I
this.
get
No,
you.
wait. What I'm saying, because y'all not going to disrespect that Pistons team.
No, I
They-
love that
they
Pistons
locked-
team.
they
We're
locked-
bigging them up. That's
they
what I'm saying.
locked them niggas
They just
up,
didn't have
and
one
they-
person.
They
did.
didn't have.
They didn't have that
they
one
didn't need
person.
the one person.
And we're giving you your example
Give
to
me your-
football.
They had a good
You
team.
just we're giving you the football example that you just said.
Right.
You gave us 3 teams, and I said, well, in reality, there's probably one in the NBA. It was the Detroit team that beat the Lakers.
that don't make sense.
Yes, it does. It's the team game.
You can kind of say that about that Miami team last year, but Jimmy Butler is that
But they
guy.
didn't win, though. But
That's
they didn't
what I'm saying.
win.
But if
They
they
gotta
would
win.
have won, you can kind of say that around that team.
There was a guy. There was the guy. Jimmy Butler was the guy.
He's the name.
But what I'm
He
saying
was the
is,
name. The nigga was the guy. He was putting up triple doubles in the finals.
That's the closest to that Pistons team that I can think of.
So-
Anybody else?
Billups was ruining Gary Payton's legacy.
bro, that Pistons team was a team effort. They did not have one
sure.
dude who
Yeah,
was just
they had
But
a
who
team
got Finals MVP?
Chauncey. He,
Somebody had- everyone had one
hold on.
person had to get it.
Every fourth quarter he was
Because
big.
he was balling.
Yeah, he was balling. He was balling every fourth
Listen,
quarter.
I mean, Iguodala won Finals MVP.
Yeah, I don't know what that.
That
was.
one was the weirdest
But-
one.
but
That's
what-
the
that's what I'm
weirdest.
saying,
That's
like-
the weirdest one. No, Chauncey Billups was balling.
Nah, fourth
and
quarter, he was amazing.
killed
Yeah.
Gary Payton.
Look, we ain't shitting on them Pistons.
Not
though.
at
We
all.
love
That
them
sounds
Pistons.
like what
No,
the
it
fuck
doesn't.
y'all doing.
You doing that.
You
It don't
doing
sound
that.
like that
the
at
fuck
all.
am I doing it? I'm the one that's
You're
I'm the team.
defending something that no one's saying.
Yeah. like-
Y'all said they had nobody on their team, and I'm telling you,
No,
I
we
guess.
did not.
I guess they was saying they didn't have a superstar.
They
on
did
that
not.
team.
they didn't have the superstar, but they had.
I think that's
all-
what
they had
that's what they were
all-stars.
saying. But
That's
he
all
just
we
said
said.
they didn't have no hoopers. So then you took.
Yeah,
it.
he said they had
Yeah,
no
yeah.
hoopers.
Kawhi wasn't a.
But he was
Kawhi
meaning superstar
Was
though.
Kawhi
Like-
a superstar that first championship?
No, not at all.
He
No.
won the Finals MVP.
Yes, he was.
No, he wasn't.
No. He
The
was-
first one he was
The
not.
year he got hurt, Oh, you talking about? I thought you talking about the rappers.
San Antonio.
I thought you talking about the rappers.
Yeah,
My
but
But
bad.
anyway, look, we spent a lot of time on it. Another quick
That's
thing
good. That was good.
another quick thing we have to talk about. We don't have to. I just want to mention it because it's the end of an era, and it's crazy to me that Joe Budden pod really just broke up like that.
Yeah.
And I don't even really know what it's about.
I seen the writing on the wall.
Maybe I've been missing episodes. Obviously, we, in the podcast game, and I don't like to talk about other people's business, but that was, man, they just broke up.
I want to say this, and this is really don't have nothing to do with them, but we do podcasts, and so me and KC, right? We had that tiff, right? And we talk about it now because and granted, that's my brother, and we go through this shit all the time. So we had that tiff. We were all there, you know what I'm saying? We all partners, but that's my brother. We had our thing. Mm-hmm. We went and did pods after that. Nobody outside knew what the fuck was going on.
Not at all. For weeks.
We came in, did our job.
Yeah.
And we still wasn't really fucking with each other, but we came in and did our thing. When we finally all sat down and hashed it out, whatever, me and him chopped it up, then when we got comfortable, we just started laughing, joking about it or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't understand how, if these guys are your friend, like
And
if
they're
y'all are
touching
friends,
millions.
that's what I'm saying. If y'all are friends first, if y'all say y'all's friends, how does it get to the point where
money is the root of all evil, bro?
like I would never,
that's
I
a
would
fact.
never, if Phil did, let's just say Phil did some whole shit or whatever, I don't know, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I would never like go on Instagram, Twitter, or get on here and say, Phil, nigga, you a hoe. Like, if anything, I call him or go to his crib, meet up with him, whatever. Hey man, you did some whole shit, whatever.
I think it's difference in.
I don't know if that's what I'm saying. That's crazy to me.
I think that Joe and Mal or whatever his name is, they had a closer relationship than Joe and Rory, and I think that's just where it go. I think that if we use an example as us, I think that we all cool, we all understanding of stuff, but when it comes to stuff like this and you start getting major paper, friends is friends, business is business. Exactly. You gotta make sure that the business side of everything is straight so that the friendship can remain, because somebody can feel slighted. Somebody can feel like, man, I deserve just as much as this. But if you really break it down, that's the Joe Budden podcast.
I completely agree.
You get what I'm saying?
I completely agree.
But what I'm saying, and that's all true.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't, that whole outing, like, it should have been just
that's
like,
wild.
hey man, it didn't work out. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Wild.
I don't do all this Twitter shit and niggas talking back and forth on the podcast and all this shit. Like, that shit is whack to me.
Yeah.
So I never listened to an entire episode of Joe Budden podcast.
Because they're 3 hours.
Exactly. That's why when
Shit is
they be like,
entertaining.
man, listen to it. I'm not listening to that shit because it's 3 hours. I can't sit there and just listen to anything for 3 hours like that. But I did end up following this through Twitter, through the little clips and shit. And I mean, it's just foul altogether. It just shows the character and morale of people. I mean, like you said, friends, if, business can get it in front of it, but it seemed like he already went in with a different agenda. Not speaking on their shit, but
We don't know that. Yeah, we don't know their business. Yeah.
What's been told, and then I saw the dude Maul or whatever talk about he gonna end up talking about it real soon because he say he don't like people saying my truth because that's just like an opinion, opined version of what you think is going on.
No doubt.
But he's gonna tell the absolute truth about what's going on,
Right.
and he sounds sincere about doing it. So shit, I guess when his version come out, but it's like our example. We got into the top 200 today. That's dope.
That's super.
Like big money start coming in. I would imagine that shit not gonna happen because first off, like as JC said, kind of piggyback. I know how I am. I ain't afraid to confront or just not even confront, converse face to face.
Yeah, just
it
talk
seems
about
like people like talk behind other people, and then when other people get involved, they always make shit even messy.
Niggas got lawyers and shit.
I don't do that shit. I will talk to you so you know it's coming straight from me, and it ain't no shit being left out.
No doubt.
And so for that to happen amongst friends, that's foul. But my thing is, I thought it was corny. Like all the people online talking about man, this nigga Joe is foul. This draws the line. Like, I'm done with this nigga.
I don't.
And the nigga then literally, beat a baby out of a woman.
I mean,
he did a lot of shit.
Allegedly.
He did a lot of shit.
Mm-hmm. Allegedly.
And he's always self-destruct. He fucked up Slaughterhouse, which I was a fan of.
I was too.
I bought the album. He fucked up Slaughterhouse.
Everyday Struggle.
Everyday Struggle. I mean,
It just seems as
self-destructive.
if
If you listen to,
seems as if
if you listen to music, I mean, you listen to music.
I listen to Budden music.
Yeah.
I am
We was fans.
I'm a Budden Hive. Like for real.
Like I was.
Budden got balls.
I was a fan, but Buddy is just like he's out of there in regards to character and morale, and I can't fuck with that. More so, I talk about how like I cancel niggas about shit they do and shit like that. Like I always look at a nigga's character and morale, especially when shit down bad.
No
that's
doubt.
when a nigga really show his true
when
colors.
things are down bad.
You know what I'm
that's the
saying?
worst. Yes.
So like to see him do his people like that.
But clearly,
I mean,
so the way
I look supporting a nigga like that.
they clearly wasn't his people then.
That nigga, no, because the dude, I saw it too, Crooked Eye, that was in Slaughterhouse. He tweeted Maul, and he told him, he was like, man, you was the first one to have the varsity Slaughterhouse jacket. So apparently they had like a relationship.
So they
They stayed together for a long
you know what I'm
time.
saying? So
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? That's your nigga.
your partner.
You
Yeah,
can't. That shit foul.
That's foul. Yeah, that's foul. That's foul. But I hope. I mean, obviously, anything that Joe Touch generally does well. He got something.
He got his personality,
He
man.
got something that people want to tap into.
For sure.
I just hate that. Like, I don't like the public stuff. That's the thing that
That's the thing,
get
yeah.
me. Like, why did it have to be so public?
Yeah.
Twitter.
I mean, but
Twitter
why?
talk, and then even on Instagram and shit. I mean, all the social media, all the. I mean, this even worse. Like I don't like talking about
Neither, but
like
I
other
had
people's
to bring it
business.
up.
I'll be so disappointed in Casey if we got into it and he go to Twitter and say, "Oh, some niggas you think your family is." Like, I swear to God, don't ever do that.
Nah,
See, you pissing me off now by even.
I'm just using that.
I know that, but don't do that. I ain't that nigga.
I know. I'm just saying that.
Use me, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Goddamn.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
If LP did some shit like that,
Shit, I'm
is
gonna do it.
Whack as hell.
I'm
Don't
airing
ever
all
do that
y'all
shit.
out.
Don't go on live and be like,
I'm airing all. Matter of fact, I'm making a live after this one. After we get done today.
They gonna have one person watching. It'll be his wife.
Nah, my wife don't even follow me like that. So you playing games.
Oh,
So let's get to what we
B-roll.
came to talk about today. So NBA playoffs. By the time this comes out, the bracket will be done. All right. Sunday is the last day of the regular season.
Yeah.
So by the time this come out, the bracket will be set, and we can go to basically what we got today. I think is where we at.
Yeah.
So
Because that 5, 6, 7 is still up for him.
not really though.
It is
In the East? In the West?
The West.
It's like an
Because
85%
the Lakers,
chance.
The Lakers go 4-0 if they win out the rest of the games. If they win their last 2 games and say the Mavs
Go
lose
2-2 or something like
The
that.
Mavs lose
0-2.
and
The Mavs and Portland got to go 0-2.
Who won
Well,
yesterday?
let's
Portland
talk-
and what you call them? Portland and the Jazz played?
Portland won.
Portland won.
Okay.
But
I
let's talk
fell
about the
asleep.
bracket in general, though, just to give people some context. So your 1 seed right now in the West is Utah. Your 2 seed
That
is
shit is
Phoenix.
bizarre to me.
It is bizarre. Your 3 seed right now, and the 3, 4, 5 could also change a little bit. That's still kind of up in limbo. But the 3 seed right now is who? Clippers. 4,
Denver.
5, Dallas or Portland. Okay, Portland, Dallas, then Lakers.
Yeah.
And then
Warriors.
And
then Memphis and San Antonio.
are in the play-in.
Yeah.
So the play-in will go like such. The 7th and 8th play, if the 7 wins, they're in the playoffs. The loser of that plays the winner of the 9-10. The winner of that makes the playoffs. So there's a chance that the Lakers could miss the playoffs.
They're not.
We know it's not going to happen.
This is what I want. This is what I really want. I would love for the Warriors to beat the Lakers.
Okay.
Only because it'll just help me get rid of Utah. Because Lakers is going to dog Utah.
I think Lakers would dog Phoenix too.
They will dog Phoenix too, but I don't want Phoenix to get out there.
I got you.
That's my
Okay,
thing.
I got you.
So
I got you.
I want the Lakers to beat the Jazz. I want the Lakers to lose to the Warriors, get that A seed, and then beat the Jazz. And they'll probably be like the first 8 seed to be the first, number 1 seed, like
Since
5.
Golden State.
No, like in like 5 or like 6
Oh, yeah.
games.
Oh, you think they're going to beat
They
the
gonna beat the shit out of the
Oh, yeah.
Jazz.
Yeah.
That's my thing. They just gonna get healthy and they're gonna beat the shit out of the Jazz.
Okay.
I want the Suns Warriors series to be like slugfest because Chris Paul and Steph Curry got their history, but then I want the Suns to still win. Now, if the Warriors win, I ain't mad. But then you got 3-6. I would love for it to be Clippers, Mavs Part 2.
Mavs might get them.
Mavs might get them this time.
They're not gonna happen, but I would love to see Part 2.
I can't see that, but
And then Nuggets versus Trailblazers, and my niggas get Nuggets. Carmelo get his revenge on Denver.
Man, all right. You see how that whole story was to get to Melo and Denver. All right, Phil.
Shut up,
What you
Melo.
think of that bracket? Do you think that our LeBron's correspondent, do they make the 6 seed? Do they end up in, or are they in the play-in? And if they make the play-in, or do they end up being the 7 or the 8?
I believe they make the play-in. I believe they beat Golden State because I know they're going to focus solely on Steph. I know that, what's the head coach name? For the Lakers?
Vogel.
Vogel is an excellent defensive coach. Like
They got the number 1 defensive league
he's
still.
really good. So I know that they're gonna ramp up their defense like they did last year. Not saying that they had the same pieces, but I believe that they'll ramp up their defense, solely focus on Golden State, maybe even run a boxing 1 on Steph. Like
crazy if they did that. In the
That's what
NBA.
Toronto did to him that one year when all the players went down. But I think that they get in there and the first round against Utah or Phoenix, whichever one they get, they'll beat them. Now, once you get to
Clippers or
that's just it, man.
That's
For
it,
me,
really?
like the Clippers, man, like, because I don't know. Like, I don't know how they're going to play against the Clippers. Like, Portland and Denver, no disrespect to neither one of them teams, but I know the Lakers are not scared of them.
They
like,
smacking them.
You get what I'm saying? Like, I think the Clippers are the only unknown. What you about to say?
Said they smacking them.
I don't know if they smacking them, but I just know the Lakers ain't scared, especially if LeBron come back about 85%. Like,
I would never
JC,
count
what you
out
got?
LeBron. And if LeBron comes back and he looks like LeBron, like a healthy LeBron, I'm not counting him out. I'm taking him all the way to the ship.
Well, no, you go too ahead of it right now.
Well,
so you just already said regardless they're gonna win.
Well, I was just going off of because they already at the bottom of the barrel right now.
Okay.
So I was just saying, like,
All right, so let's go
piggyback
to
off
the
what
East.
he said.
Let's go to the East end, and we'll come back and determine who we think makes the
It's a tough
finals.
one to me.
So the East is the easiest to me. Like, I mean, there's no
think so?
intrigue. Your 1 seed is Philadelphia. Your 2 seed is Brooklyn. Your 3 seed is
Bucks,
Milwaukee. Your 4 seed is
Atlanta.
Oh yeah, 5 is or Knicks now,
No, 5. Atlanta is 4.
and the Knicks is 5.
No, Miami is 5. The Knicks is 6.
Dang, the Knicks is struggling now.
7 is Celtics. 8 is Hornets. 9 is Pacers.
Pacers and 10 is Washington. Yeah. So you know who I don't want to see if I was teams who I wouldn't want to see?
Washington.
Bro. Russ
Especially
is
Bill.
nuts.
I hope Bill get healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I wouldn't. Now they're going to lose the series, but I wouldn't want to play them as the 1-8 because they're going to beat you up.
When Russ got freedom like that, he's dangerous, bro. Yeah. When he got freedom to do whatever he want, like that dude dangerous, bro. Like for real.
5 years, averaging a triple-double.
Man, that's insane,
That's
bro.
insane.
No, 4.
This will make 5.
This is 4th.
Someone look that up for us. This will make 5.
Here, man.
And this will make 5.
Bet.
This will make. You already lost earlier today.
But we ain't bet though. Bet. Bet.
Anyway,
Bet.
so who's coming out the East? Brooklyn, right? I'm changing. When we had our
Brooklyn got
partners
James
from
Harden
Pretty
back
Fly.
though.
They did get James.
They got Harden back.
I'm changing. I'm going back to my original when y'all laughed me out the
Bucks.
pod. The Bucks.
Man, the Bucks look good as hell.
And you
bro.
know what's crazy? Drew Holiday.
A beast.
I did not know he was this good.
Yeah,
Oh
he's
shit!
big.
I knew he could
I
hoop.
said he was
Nigga.
a difference maker.
I knew he could hoop.
Cold,
He's
man.
an X factor.
But now that they kind of unlocked Giannis a little, the spacing.
Yeah.
Drew Holiday is incredible. Like incredible right now.
How Middleton been
They third player now is Middleton. That's crazy because that dude got game.
And
bro.
Middleton was a 3-time All-Star the last 3 years.
Yeah.
And now
They got
he
a
ain't
squad
even
over there,
second
bro.
best. But you know who I don't like on their team? I don't like anybody that come off their bench.
Oh, I do. They got some tough. So who come off their bench? Does what's my boy that played at Villanova?
Devicino.
Devicino. Does he start
guy.
or what?
No, he come off the
Get
bench.
off the bench.
I love.
he
He
start.
tough.
Well, I don't like
starts.
his game at all.
You don't?
No.
Man, he tough. To
They
me.
would have been much better with Bogdanovich right now.
Oh, for sure.
Oh,
but
for
I
sure.
like
Shit.
I like
DiVincenzo.
Yeah, I like him. Even Pat Connaughton. Do Pat Connaughton start?
Pat Connaughton come off the bench.
Yeah, he
PJ
not.
Tucker.
PJ Tucker start now.
He started.
I think he took DiVincenzo's spot in
Okay.
what he do with it Houston.
Right.
So I do like the Tucker signing because he can guard.
For sure,
And
that's
you
who-
saw him
PJ Tucker
John
started
with
before?
KD
No,
too,
he's
right?
saying 4 years.
Westbrook got 4 years.
4 years.
This make 4 or this make 5?
Fourth,
Okay, so
it's
you was
his
right
fourth.
on that one. You can't put your arms together when you was wrong on the other one. That ain't how shit work. Just
B-boy
you got
stance.
one right this time. Congratulations.
B-boy.
You know what I'm saying?
What the nigga do?
But so I think the East is 3 teams. That's it.
Oh, for sure.
Milwaukee, Philly, Brooklyn. Nobody else ain't beating one of them.
I don't think so.
So Casey, who you got coming out the East? And then we'll go to the West. And this is our
Y'all
on
just said,
wax.
fuck
Is
Boston.
Kyrie face gonna be okay?
Boston may not even.
They lost Jalen Brown.
Yeah, he out
yeah.
for the season.
Yeah, Boston out
I'm
of
gonna
there.
go with. I'm gonna go with Brooklyn still.
Okay. Phil, LeBron correspondent.
Shit, man. The easiest thing is to pick Brooklyn, but some telling me Milwaukee gonna
I
actually.
said it would be out of Brooklyn and Bucks.
Yeah,
though.
some-
I wrote off Sixers.
You did right after 6.
I don't
Some
like that
tell
series
me
like that.
Some telling me that Milwaukee this might be their year.
Man,
Okay.
I'm
Casey,
going with
JC.
I'm going with Brooklyn because it'll be an absolute disgrace if they don't get to this chip.
Why?
Well, I don't think so. They ain't
think
even
so.
they ain't even played together.
Everybody was hurt.
Huh? They
Everybody
coming
hurt.
back, right?
But they're coming back at the playoffs. I mean, that
They
make
ain't
a
even,
difference.
how many games they play together? Okay,
Like 7.
like
8.
Yeah,
Well,
seven.
But they all
seven,
gonna
seven,
play in the
seven.
playoffs,
Seven.
right?
They all are playing. They're Harden played.
When you can't have 3 superstars and not get to
Not
get
at
there.
that level.
But they got to figure it
High
out
level.
still, though.
Man, fuck that. It's bust.
Okay,
Like,
so you
that's why I
said
say it gotta
Brooklyn,
be Brooklyn.
in the finals, or
Yes.
that's a waste of season?
Yes.
Okay, and then I'm gonna say with the Bucks. What we got on the West? Let's go to you, JC West. You already said Lakers. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't betting
I can't.
against LeBron.
I can't bet against LeBron.
I
Okay.
I'm not betting against
I don't know how. Let me see. Hold on. Okay, so
anybody else. Don't even look right in the championship.
2 seasons.
Man, been to the final 9 of the last 10 years. Man, y'all want me to bet against
Hold
you.
on. I'm trying to see how the bracket works.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Been to the
don't even
final
look.
last-
9 of the last 10. Man, this man been in the
got
finals.
Space Jam
He
coming
been in the
out.
finals all my
He live in the
30s.
finals. He live in the finals for real.
A whole
So-
decade.
I got to see how the brackets line up for the West.
Man, he's trying to
Okay.
squeeze Melo in that motherfucker.
Nothing else sounds realistic.
If my
bro.
nigga sniffed the Western Conference, fine. Look, because if Lakers got to meet Clippers in the second round, that gives them a better chance.
For sure it
So I
does.
can't just say, you know,
And
what
I
I'm
would
saying?
love that for Dame and for Melo, though. I fuck with
It's
Melo,
not
bro.
happening, though. It's
I
not
don't
happening.
see
I mean,
it.
let's
It's knife.
let's be real. It's
And Denver got weaker, bro.
Shank this
They did.
Because they lost Jamal Murray. I know Jamal played better in the playoffs.
Yeah. And Aaron Gordon would have been an upgrade with Jamal Murray, but
Ooh,
now
yeah.
they got him bringing the ball up the court.
They need to
Shit,
let
that don't look
Bo
good at
play,
all.
bro.
And
Tired of
Phoenix has
them
no
not letting my
chance.
man play.
Phoenix has 0 chance.
Yeah, I ain't. They don't got
They've
no
only
type
got
of
3 players
experience.
who got any
Yeah.
playoff experience.
They don't got no experience.
So, all right, so we got West. All of us consensus is Lakers, except for someone trying to put Melo.
I just got to see the bracket. That's all I'm saying.
Someone trying to put
Ain't that
Melo.
motherfucker right there?
But no, 'cause that's
That's a
the.
play.
That's what
Oh,
the
that's
play
the
is,
play.
though. That's what
Okay,
the-
okay.
I don't
my
know
fault.
how how it lines up.
Okay, got you. I
You know
got
what
you.
I'm
Yeah,
saying?
he got to see the final one on
Okay,
Sunday.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
And then I guess on the East is either Milwaukee or Brooklyn. All right, so we can hold that. All right, let's go to our All NBA team real quick, and we can do this as a collective because
Yeah.
well, let's just do the first team. I think you have to determine who's your center between Jokic and Embiid.
Jokic.
Who's the center?
I got to go with Jokic. He
Jokic.
played the most. Been the most consistent.
Gonna win MVP.
Yeah.
And he gonna win MVP. So that's fair. The MVP put him over the top.
Yeah, for sure.
Jokic. Yeah.
Okay, so Jokic. So our center's Jokic. All right, point guard is where it's tough to.
That's super tough.
That's the toughest.
But-
okay, what you got, KC?
Steph.
Man, but see, that's.
I can't put him over Dame.
This
bro.
is why. Huh? No. Because if anybody gonna
I was thinking Dame too.
Yeah, me too, bro.
this is why I got Steph though. That team don't supposed to be nowhere near the playoffs.
Yeah.
But they.
But neither does Portland.
No way.
Nurkic was hurt.
Man,
They lost.
for half the season, Dame Lillard was carrying them people.
Look,
I understand
Nurkic
that,
was hurt.
but he also
Compare
got
the
hurt
teams.
too. He also got hurt. He missed like a bunch of games.
Who, Dame?
He did miss like 10 games.
He missed like 10,
missed
11 games.
He
And
missed
then
like 10
they
games.
dropped a little bit. But what I'm saying is Steph Curry, when you watch, I know when I watched those first 2 games when he had the braids and I saw that team, I was like, bro, they're going to be a lottery team.
And then he got him to.
And he cut his hair.
Yeah.
And then he has been like crazy as
Okay,
hell since.
you make it better because I was straight Dame. I was like, yo,
I
it's
was-
Dame.
I ain't gonna
I
lie.
was leaning towards Steph.
I was Dame, Steph, and Chris Paul too.
My thing is this, I'm a Dame fan.
Yeah, for sure.
But I don't even have him as the combatant versus Steph for that number 1 spot.
Okay.
I had Chris Paul.
See, I don't have Chris Paul. I don't have Chris
Chris
Paul.
Man,
Paul
say
got
man,
them
Phoenix,
niggas
yo,
at 2.
Phoenix,
Yeah.
number 2 in the West.
As a
man,
point guard.
you
Nobody saw that
nobody
coming.
seen that
Nobody
coming,
saw
buddy.
that coming.
These people ain't never made playoffs, man.
They ain't been in the playoffs in a decade.
Yeah, that's
he
true.
comes on the team and they're the number 2
But
spot.
he ain't gonna be the first
and
team
this ain't
point
no
guard, though.
bubble shit.
Nah,
He ain't gonna be the first team point guard, though. We talking NBA all first team.
All first team.
Like,
So
it's gonna be
It
Dame
would
and
not
Steph.
surprise me if he get it.
Not first team.
Nah,
He's gonna be
I
second
wouldn't.
team for
It
sure.
will not surprise me if he get it.
I'll be surprised.
It will not.
I'll be
I would
surprised
too.
if he in the All NBA first team. I'll be shocked.
Niggas
Damn.
was shocked he made it to the All-Star game.
I wasn't shocked on the
So
All-Star.
look, check this out. If James Harden didn't get hurt,
He would have been it for sure.
Yeah.
If
Cause see,
James
this-
Harden
that's
didn't hurt,
tough.
He would have been like a 3rd team though.
no, I think he'd have been. I think it'd have been the first
voters, the voters wasn't gonna allow him
team. Oh,
to
the
get
press
that
because
for
it
that
is the
shit.
press. It is the press.
Yeah.
It is.
They
the
wasn't
press.
gonna allow him to get first. So they wasn't gonna reward him with that.
But he would have went off so hard.
Yeah,
that
it's
they
just
would've
hard to
had-
deny.
he was,
because
He would have went off so
balling.
hard.
He was
He would have had
balling.
40-point triple doubles and shit.
He was
God, it
balling.
don't matter.
Okay, so we got a disagreement on PG. All right, the shooting guard, small forward,
Bradley
and
Beal.
power forward, those are just kind of players. They don't really even say shooting guard anymore, really. It's just
I'm gonna go.
I gotta go Bradley Beal, bro.
Bill is not going to be first team, though.
Who is a better shooting guard than him?
I don't think Bill's going to be first team.
I think he gotta be first
He
team.
gotta be.
I think they do it now where it's like
It's
two
guard,
guards,
forward,
So
forward.
I think you're gonna end up having a guy like Paul George. They're gonna say he's
Over
a guard.
Bill?
They're gonna say he's a guard.
Fuck that,
But
bro.
not
They
this
better not
year.
do
telling you
that,
that.
dog.
Hey.
Man,
They
I'm
better
telling
not
you,
do that,
They're
bro.
making noise.
Nah, Bradley Beal been
making
balling, bro.
noise, bro.
I'll be disappointed if he don't get.
Man,
But
that'd be
if they
fucked
doing,
up.
if they're not doing it by point guard,
They're not.
point guard,
Nah, they
shooting
don't. They do guard,
They do
guard.
forward
two
center.
guards. It can fuck around, be Dame.
And Steph.
It could be.
I
it
can
could be
see that
Dame
too.
and Steph. Even though I don't have them I think it's either Steph or Chris Paul.
Where do y'all put Luka? If he first team,
Luka gonna be
Nah.
a forward.
if that's what I'm saying, is he first team?
Oh no.
Man, LeBron was hurt.
Yeah.
Giannis missed games. Kawhi missed games.
Giannis first team.
Giannis going.
Giannis-
Giannis missed games though.
Giannis gonna be first
Not many.
team.
Not many though. I don't think
They
Giannis
top
missed
3.
it.
Giannis gonna be first team.
Okay, so you got right now the team is Jokic,
Kawhi.
Giannis.
We can't forget about Kawhi.
Yeah,
Man,
Kawhi
you,
missed a lot of
Kawhi
games.
missed a lot of
you
games.
gotta decide between Kawhi and PG.
That's
Because
true.
PG
Well,
been
PG
holding
ain't
them
missed.
down.
PG
PG
ain't
gonna
missed
be
many
like
games.
third.
PG ain't missed many
And
games.
this is the third team. I know for a fact it's gonna be both of them Utah dudes.
Oh, completely agree.
They're
Yeah.
gonna be third
Yeah,
team.
Gobert
They're not-
and Mitchell third team.
Gobert and Mitchell
Yeah,
gonna
they
be third
third
team.
team.
So that's two.
Mitchell was having an awesome season.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but he
but
got
he
hurt.
got hurt, yeah.
And he's gonna be third team.
Does
I think
Kyrie make the team?
Devin Booker's gonna
No,
be
hell
second.
no. That crazy.
Does Kyrie
motherfucker.
make the team?
Hell no.
I don't think so.
Okay.
No, he missed too many
Missed too
games.
If he does, it's gonna be third.
Okay. What man? See, then what do you do with LeBron?
He missed too many.
As a matter of fact, I take that back. I think they're gonna give Russ third.
Russ, I could see him making third team or something like that, second team maybe. But yeah, Bron out of there, bro. He missed too many games. He ain't
Bron
gonna make
missed
no.
a lot of
yeah,
games.
He ain't played in 2 months, bro. So he out of there.
He went from MVP.
No Tatum, no nothing, no.
Tatum and them,
Tatum.
they dropped.
Yeah, they not.
Tatum dropped.
My man from Indiana, White boy.
No,
Not
in no
Big
play
Sabonis.
Yeah.
he ain't putting up he putting up stats, but he not like spectacular stats. He just consistent.
Yeah.
And that's not enough.
So it
for him
sounds
to
like,
be
what
a
about
player.
Jimmy Butler?
Jimmy
He missed
Butler
too many.
Jimmy Butler can be
Should he
second
be
team.
first?
I say second.
Man, someone's got to be that other forward.
It's gonna be it's
It's gonna be
Simmons-
Paul.
gonna be Luka.
It ain't gonna be
It's gonna
Ben
be
Simmons.
Luka and Giannis.
Okay, so
Luka not a forward.
Luka is
Luka's
a forward.
That's what they're gonna put him in the All NBA.
Yeah.
They put him
Yeah.
in forward.
He could be a guard or a forward this year.
Damn.
That's like LeBron. Shit.
Yeah, LeBron could be a
Yeah.
guard or a forward too.
okay.
So, then who you got as your MVP? Everybody got
Jokic.
okay.
Jokic.
Rookie of the year, Melo
Hell yeah.
I got
man.
Cole.
from Orlando.
I said Cole.
Oh, okay. I thought you
Like
said
Cole,
Cole.
rookie of the year.
Okay, who?
I got LaMelo and Ant-Man.
Hell no. Hell no.
I don't know, bro.
Hell no.
I don't know.
No, I can't.
I don't know.
What Charlotte is? 8?
Charlotte is 8.
Charlotte 8.
Timberwolves ain't nowhere.
But this okay.
so that's
okay,
and Charlotte was nowhere last year.
okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Perfect setup. Charlotte is in the
AC.
AC. Ant-Man and them nowhere near the playoffs.
Right.
So you are a LeBron correspondent. Let me have it. Don't interrupt
you.
me.
Go ahead.
You're a LeBron correspondent.
Okay.
You wholeheartedly believe that he was the sole rookie of the year he won.
Sole rookie of the year.
Like he was the only one that's supposed to be rookie of the year.
Nah, Melo. could have been
No,
rookie
no.
of the year also.
Carmelo should
Melo
have.
could have. Yeah.
I think he should have. I think he should
Okay.
have.
So you think they should have been co-rookie of the year?
Possibly,
But-
yes.
But LeBron won rookie of the year
Yeah.
with those stats that he had, despite Carmelo leading the team with the same record that never saw the playoffs in like 6 or 7 years prior
Right.
to the playoffs while leading them in scoring.
For sure.
So what is the difference between LaMelo and Ant-Man?
The difference is, I guess it's the same.
Nah,
I guess it's the same.
I wouldn't say that.
The flare that LaMelo plays with, LeBron played with.
I
man
have the
dunking on niggas.
difference. I have the difference.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Anthony Edwards wasn't even playing more than 15 minutes a game
In the beginning.
until about game 30. Melo came into the league, not LaMelo.
Carmelo.
Carmelo.
Yeah.
He was starting out the gate. Anthony Edwards didn't even see the floor until about he was really a 8th man for a while. And the coach would say, I can't get him to play defense. All he want to do is come in and gun. And then after a while, they started to figure out
Because
how
people
to
started
use
getting
him.
hurt.
Okay,
And people started getting hurt.
allow me to intercept.
Go ahead.
The nigga that was saying all that shit was literally fired.
That's true.
Right.
was fired.
I got you.
He was literally fired because the guy that they got to replace him coached against them the game prior to his firing.
Yes.
And they did a secret interview and brought him in.
But
that's how bad that guy
I
was.
know, but that still hurt his case, though.
But this is my thing. How does it now? He's averaging 18 and a half
He hooping.
points.
He hooping.
Despite not even playing all those games, big minutes, putting up the highlights, 18 and a half points, and even putting up records for like rookies in regards to efficiency and 3-point efficiency in the game, a 40-point game with I think he shot like 70% from the field.
yeah, but he ain't LaMelo.
As I
And
said,
LaMelo missed like 15 games with the wrist injury.
That's fair.
as I sit here and think about it, what was LeBron and them's record previous that year before he
The
came?
same
The same
record.
as-
The same record with Denver. They was both
I'm
like
talking
17.
about
and they were like 17.
But how many
and 65
games
or
did
some
they
shit
win
like that.
his rookie year? What was the plus?
They
on
won
it?
like 29. It wasn't a lot.
Okay,
It
so it wasn't a lot. So what has Anthony Edwards added to their winning total?
They've been winning more since they've been winning more since he started
saying
playing.
since
But
last
not from last year, though.
It's not a substantial upgrade, but at the same time, we're talking about stats. If you're gonna,
Who's the best player on that team?
You talked about Tebow being a winner, and we always bigging up winners.
Yeah.
They gave the rookie of the year to a loser. He was officially a loser at the end of the season. They were not 500.
True.
They didn't make the playoffs, and they gave them rookie of the
But
year.
that's generally how
Compared
rookie of the
to
year goes,
Carmelo
though.
Anthony, who was averaging 21 and 6 and led the same team with the same record to the goddamn playoffs.
But rookie of the year is generally on a losing team.
No, I mean it is.
It is.
But this
It
is my
is.
thing for co-rookie of the year. You had Grant Hill and Jason Kidd, the last two to do it.
Yeah.
Why not have it? That should have been a year. Why fuck it up again? Because you can't.
That really bothers you.
That bothers me.
Shit,
I'm
man.
against that.
I don't want
Like
no problem.
it's done with.
Yeah.
He makes it. No, he
my
making
thing
a good
is-
case.
Oh, no,
but this is my thing.
is why I let
Carmelo
him
won.
rock out, 'cause he told
Carmelo
me
won.
this in the
making a good
gym.
case.
I was like,
Carmelo
it makes
won
sense.
Rookie of the Month every year. That year,
Exactly.
right?
Like I said, he
I
making a
get
good
it. I
case.
get
This
it.
is
I
my
get it.
thing though. If you fuck that up, why fuck it up with these two?
Yeah. I
You
feel
can't fuck it up with these two.
It
Man,
makes for a
that-
better
that-
story.
Because LaMelo, if LaMelo didn't get hurt, for sure, Rookie of the Year.
Hands down.
He ran with it.
Yeah, hands down.
But he got hurt, and that nigga picked up the pace. He had that big ass game. He had multiple big ass games.
He a baller. He a
Edwards was
baller.
balling.
He
That's
a
what I'm
baller.
saying. So how can you go against that and then just not, go with the grain? Because if you're gonna pick LaMelo just by what he did pre-injury, post-injury, he hasn't just put up spectacular numbers. He had that 27-point game, but it's not like
But so it
what he
sounds
was
like,
doing
So
before.
and Phil, I'm gonna go to you. So it sounds like we got two people.
It's the same NBA that chose Steve Nash back to back.
For sure.
You get what I'm saying?
That's
It was
So-
a
so-
different NBA.
so that's-
This is the
back
same
then,
NBA
though.
that gave
It's not the same.
Rookie of the Year to Michael Carter Williams.
But it's not the
That's
same
what I'm
NBA
saying.
now.
But remember, think about the guys who won Rookie
That
of the
was
Year.
David Stern's
Malcolm
NBA. That was
Brogdon.
David
That
Stern's
David Stern
NBA
shit
though.
was some
Malcolm
bullshit.
Brogdon won Rookie of the Year.
That was by default,
Michael
too.
Carter Williams won Rookie of the Year.
Tough.
Like you got some guys who
But
were
Malcolm-
Rookie
Oh,
of the Year.
you
Malcolm
know who?
Brogdon-
Y'all know who I miss?
Malcolm Brogdon couldn't.
Tyreek Evans, bro. I wish he would not have never.
yeah.
That nigga was nice.
But Malcolm Brogdon was up against, I think, Embiid.
Yeah.
And Embiid
got
missed
hurt.
40 games.
Yeah.
Even though he put up stupid numbers,
Yeah.
he missed 35 to 40 games that year. So
Okay.
you couldn't lose to that. And if you putting up I think he was averaging 10 or 12, 8 and 6 or 8 and 7 and shit like that
Yeah.
on an efficiency almost at 50, 40, 90. I mean, who he gonna lose to?
Okay, 6 man of the year. Who we got? 6 man of the year.
My nigga with the braids.
Jordan Clarkson. for
Jordan
sure.
Clarkson.
Hey man, he
That
started
boy's
after
a
that.
baller,
Ever since we talked about his braids.
And I
Crazy.
know
Because
he
he
saw
took that
that
weave
shit.
out.
I know he
He
saw
took
that
that
shit.
weave
That
out
shit's
and
funny.
he let his hair grow and he got fresh braids. And I saw a stat where he was
That
the
shit's
first.
crazy.
He was the first person off the bench to lead the team in shooting in a game. He shot 33 shots, and he was the first person to do it since he did it in 2015 with Cleveland or something like that when he shot 34 shots.
Damn.
off the
Really?
bench.
Damn.
It wasn't
Buddy-
it wasn't
Buddy can
J.R.
hoop, man.
Smith or nobody like that.
He was the first
That shit
person to
crazy.
do it in 45 years when he did it the first time. Then he did it with Utah with 33 this
I
year.
fucks with JC,
Phil,
bro.
do
He
you
He
took-
agree?
balls.
Yeah, nah,
Think
hell
Clarkson
yeah.
too?
That's hands
Yeah,
down.
I think
Unanimous
that's
with
Pistons
Clarkson.
down, bro.
I think so. The only other person you could have thought about when Halliburton, although he's a rookie, when he was coming off
Son, nice.
bro,
But no,
when he was
no,
coming off the
he's a
bench,
gunner.
yo,
I know, but
but he's a rookie, so
no,
you can't.
the other guy, goddamn,
What team?
shit.
What year?
It's this year. Damn, I can't think of his name right
What
now.
team you play for?
West?
It went blank. Fuck.
Come back
But
to
it's
Either way, yeah. But
it's
so
for sure Clarkson.
so we got our NBA picks on wax. This will come out on Monday.
What defensive player of the year?
Well, I think it has to be Ben Simmons.
Yeah, I do too.
I mean, it's gonna be Gobert, but all of us.
Nah, I think Ben Simmons
I think
gonna win.
Ben
I think
Simmons-
they.
I thought it has to be Ben Simmons.
Yeah, I
Ben
think they
Simmons
got
just-
Gobert. What they call it, like when they don't give the
They get tired of
Yeah,
it.
they get tired of
Yeah.
it. So Gobert done won like the last 2
Last
years.
two.
That's true.
Right.
Yeah, I think it has to be Ben Simmons.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's any other option.
Yeah.
It is.
I don't see how he
I-
won
I-
last year,
you-
to be honest.
Gobert.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh well, yeah, you.
well,
do.
he
You
gonna
better
win
go
because
look.
Utah have a
That
good
nigga
defense.
shouldn't when Russell Westbrook bodied
body
him in the
him
lane
in the
and
lane.
called him a baby ass
Yeah,
nigga while
yeah,
cradling
that should have
backwards.
took you out of
That should have been
yeah, took you out of the round.
disqualified that nigga.
So, but that's the NBA special.
Yeah.
Who else we got?
That's
How
it?
long?
That's it.
Coach of the year?
Nah, I don't know the coaches. I don't give a damn about the
Coach of
I'm
the
going
year.
Knicks. Oh, that's who I was gonna say. 6 man of the year, Derrick Rose.
Oh, that would be great, bro.
No, because he was only there for half the season.
He was balling for
Man,
Detroit though.
that would
But
be great,
he started
bro.
for Detroit some
Because
too.
that boy there, bro,
But
he been through a lot.
No, he didn't. Even when Buddy was hurt, he would come off the bench. And then when he
Ooh,
got
that would be
to the
amazing.
Knicks, When he got to the Knicks, I believe they was like 8th or 9th. They was in that play-in.
They were.
And they shot up to 4.
Yeah.
But
So it would have been a case for him, but I still think Jordan Clarkson.
Jordan,
'cause
they number one.
Clarkson is the
Yeah.
Clarkson is
That's
the,
who I was thinking
He's
about, though.
definitely a runner.
definitely runner.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I was thinking about.
Shout out D Rose, man. That man been through a lot, bro. And
shout out
he
D-Rose.
be hooping.
Man, I must say, KC was in his sports talk bag today, but it's funny in the back of my head because you got so passionate and you dress like Wayman.
Oh, we about to, no, don't worry. We gonna get into that here in a second. So look, this been episode.
Nigga so masculine.
Hold on, this been episode 142 of the Pour Horsemen podcast, and we hope y'all enjoyed our NBA special. Again, thank you. If you like what you heard, give us a rating, a comment, a review. That helps us. We rated for the first time, and we hope to continue to be able to do that. So if you like what you heard, make us a comment, give us a rating, subscribe, all that good stuff. And that's been episode 142.
There's a reason why I'm dressed like this. So
You don't know.
Go
Leave it alone.
Wait to the end, the end. Y'all see this on Monday. Wait towards the end of the week.
Yeah, leave it
We
alone.
gonna drop
Leave it alone.
something. But there's a reason why I'm dressed like this. There's always a method to my madness.
There's a reason why he dressed like a 90s.
Tim Tebow, this nigga look like Wayman.
And that's
like
been
a-
episode 142, man. We out.